Hi, and welcome to The Current, the official podcast of Riverfront Federal Credit Union, where we'll share our insights and experience to help you achieve your financial goals. So sit back, relax, and get ready to dive into the current. Hi, welcome to episode number 10. It's been a while, hasn't it, Tony?
Sure has. It sure has.
How have you been?
I'm doing good, Joel. How you doing?
Awesome.
Good.
And we also have with us here the president and CEO of Riverfront, Tim McLeod. Hey, Tim, how's it going?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. Yes, it's been a while since we've had a sit down here at the round table.
It sure has. And in that time, we've actually got somebody new. Tim, did you want to introduce them?
I do, but first, how have you been, Joel?
Me? Doing pretty good.
Right?
Doing pretty good.
Right? You always ask us how we've been doing. How have you been doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm glad we're back on the show and getting things running again.
Well, Joel, it's good that you said that because we have been doing a lot of things. I believe we've been doing a lot of great things, and more so been preparing for things.
Oh, yeah.
And we've just had planning session after another, and they're all ad hoc. We don't do anything too much by the book, so to speak. We do have training and planning sessions and things of that nature that we do for the organization, but from this aspect, and especially now looking at a much bigger aspect of our digital forward strategy. Come a long way in the last couple of years. Not the last tool going in the box for the digital forward strategy, but one of the, I think, more important tools is our social media outreach.
Yes.
And with that, each year I go to the board in October, November, talking with them about what we want to do with the staff outlay. Are we going to add new staff? New positions and things of that nature. They've always been very kind and very appreciative of what we recommend in those type things. And this year, I kind of surprised them. I went to them and among other things, I said I would like to add a social media specialist. And of course, after they went, what does that mean? What is social media? No, they didn't. But I like to pick on them. So anyway, I got the approval to do that, and we started the search. And lo and behold, we feel that we found the social media extraordinaire.
I would have to agree with that.
And I would like to introduce Samantha Kegg.
Hello.
Hey,
That's
Samantha.
me.
And if you don't know Samantha Kegg, she is, yes, the mayor of West Reading.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to go big. So with that, I'm going to stop talking now, and I'm going to let Samantha talk and inform us as to what she's going to do as our new social media extraordinaire.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Sam.
Thanks for having me.
Good you're here, Sam.
I am very excited to join this team, to be honest. I've been here for a little bit already, and I've been having a really fun and just wonderful experience so far with Riverfront Federal Credit Union. So I obviously am the mayor of West Reading. That's one of my many hats. And coming to Riverfront, I was drawn to them more so than anyone else because of the community aspect. Obviously, I'm really big in my community. It's how I got my start here in West Reading and Pennsylvania in general in Berks County. And I've just kind of been driven by that community feel. So a credit union being nonprofit and serving its members and its community felt like the absolute perfect step and perfect role for me. Plus, this position is just with such a great company and it's so laid back. I literally, during my interview process, was told that my interviewers were waiting in beanbag chairs. So was very excited about that.
I told you those bean bags would be an advantage one day.
Took a little while getting out of them, though.
I know, right?
We kind of turtled our way and rocked our way out of those beanbags. People were taking bets whether we can get up or not. We were like, yeah, we can.
No, but it looked like it was so much fun, and the atmosphere has been just as comparable. It is just a really fun, laid back but serious place to be, and I'm excited to be here. And I see everything that's going on, and looking at it from the social media side, there's so much that you guys do that we're not even talking about or showing or pairing. And I'm so excited to kind of get in there and really like show everybody and show the community how involved like we actually are. And I think like when you, Tim said the digital forward, that was 100% proper. Like the River Federal Credit Union is probably way more advanced than most banks or credit unions, or even just in general. The technology that you're bringing in, like, hey, if you're, a hermit and you really hate leaving your house to go to the bank, you don't have to anymore. Like, you got AI people you can talk to. And if you don't want to talk to AI, you just say representative, and you're talking to a human being, a teller right here. And you can even do a video call to talk to your, bank and ask questions instead of like just doing a phone call, which is great. Just for people in general to kind of take advantage of. And I don't know, I could talk about this stuff all day long because I've been basically just absorbing it for the last couple of weeks. But yeah, 100% excited to be here, excited to just kind of show what we're doing, not only with the company itself, but with the community all throughout Berks County.
We do a lot. And one of the things over the last several years that we've been trying to accomplish is generating the momentum that is derived from some level of the digital aspect.
Mm-hmm.
One, I don't like to spend a lot of money, so we figured out pretty quick that I can do a lot of things digitally. I buy the digital apparatus once, and I can use it repeatedly, versus having to go out and print paper. And I know, Tony, I'm going way back, but just as the analogy, we used to have to go get paper, we had to get ink, we had to do this, we had to print these what do we used to call them, slicks, these marketing slicks, and get them out and things of that nature. Oh, then you had to do all the print, get it ready for press, and all of that. Now, of course, we've all been around and have been able to do that. We did it effectively because that was just what we had available. And not saying it's a bad way to do it now, but I don't think it's the most efficient way to do it. And over the years, I've been doing this for a long time, and over the years, I've always said, the faster you can get something out and get it into the hands of the members, to the consumers, the better you will serve those members and those consumers. And then looking at it from the digital platform, we kind of started moving into that again several years ago, but over the last 3-4 years now, we've really been moving very specifically into it. 3 years ago, we started what we refer to now, which we don't refer to it is our strategy, is the digital forward strategy. So that is our plan, our written, board approved operational strategy is digital forward. First thing we did was identify our ideal member, and then from there, what does the ideal member want? Now, one of the things that again, as I said earlier, that we've been lacking is getting a more perfected social media presence. We've tried, we've done okay, I think, by and large, but we got to the point to where now we need to bring all of this full circle and have someone that's dedicated, that knows what they're doing in the ether, if you will. People still look at me funny when I say ether. I know it's an old word, but the ether of things, everything that we do electronically, digitally, have it out to where everyone can see it in a number of channels. So, Sam, what are some of your thoughts in engaging our social media?
So I think it's just doing that, like actually engaging, being able to kind of post and show what we're doing across multiple platforms, and tailoring, our posts to those platforms so they're getting the most traction for it, and then just making sure that we're engaging with people. It's basically just creating an entity that is like a person, and engaging as if you are, because we are here, like we know your name, like we know what you need. We want to help. We're here with the tools. So it's just kind of, if someone posts something, like, engage with it, say thank you, say hi, and then posting what we're doing and tagging people so that we're showing people like who we're working with, who supports us, who we support. And even if we're not necessarily directly connected with them, we're still like helping them or we're hosting them or, those things. So really it's just making sure, like, if there's something out there, like, we're engaging, we're posting, you're seeing Riverfront on your phone some way or another, whether it's a comment or an emoji, just liking your, Instagram, or a Blue Sky post, or, Twitter, or even a LinkedIn article kind of showing what we're doing. It's just getting us out there and kind of making us an entity that, like, you see and exactly, like, you can see our logo and exactly what the rest of the letters are behind it.
Right.
And Sam, as in the short time you've been here, we're currently on the 8 major platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And which I think you made a point that it's not about what I like or what Tim likes or what Joel likes or what you like. It's like, well, yeah, it is about another Tim, not you.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that.
But some people are Instagram only.
Yep.
Some people are Facebook only.
Mm-hmm.
But having that customized content across the platforms, which we truly we've been busy, wearing multiple hats, and having your availability to be able to tie all of that content together and be able to spread out across pretty much across those realms. I think that's huge, not only for us, but for any organization, to be able to have that reach now that we've, that we're achieving. So, kudos.
Yeah. Cause we're on Blue Sky now and
We're
Threads.
on Blue Sky and Threads now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't played too much with those. How
I don't even know what Blue Sky is.
It's basically like a new Twitter. It's like the new Twitter. Twitter, Threads, and Blue Sky are kind of almost the same platform, just kind of tailored to different groups and communities. But yeah, so we have Blue Sky, and we've had Instagram and Facebook, and we're utilizing our LinkedIn a little bit more. But I've been here a few weeks now, and in those weeks, I've tailored even just the different captions to fit the platforms more, and we've seen a decent amount of engagement and that's even just from me engaging with other people, and like if someone tags us that they used our conference room because they booked it, I'm like, thank you so much for using us and letting us host you here, and then other people are seeing it and kind of engaging too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool, and I'm excited to see like a full, like a more like a report that's actually like a full report, so I can kind of see all the insights and show kind of like where we were and where we're going, and then I can kind of tailor it even better to make sure we're hitting our members and our audience that we're kind of looking for, which is also interesting because, just a quick heads up, ladies, as we go into Women's History Month next month, I just a little reminder that Riverfront Federal Credit Union has more women than we do men.
A lot more.
Yes. Actually, that's very true.
The ladies love us.
Yeah, I've been here for 24 years, and that's been the case all 24 years.
And the men working here love the fact that the ladies love us.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Good point. That makes me think of a point that you and I had discussed that you've done in the past, and I find it very intriguing, and I think it's something that we want to do here. You mentioned doing a woman's podcast.
Yes.
So go ahead.
I'm so excited. I'm already cutting you off.
I know, right?
So
I'm used to it.
Yeah, we're like, I would really love to do like a female finance podcast, and also do like a female finance group that we can meet like once a month or quarterly, or, whatever kind of fits, the schedule, because I think it'd be really beneficial to get that information out there and to be able to ask questions, more detailed questions to people. And obviously if they're, we have all these services and stuff within, if you're a member, you get free financial counseling. You can, get, if you're in debt and you're not sure how to pay it, like we have people you can talk to do that. And I don't think that people really realize that or utilize it enough. And that's free services for our members. So even just making sure like we're getting that out there and we're having these conversations, bringing the, our employees in to kind of have these conversations. Like, some of the women that I've, encountered and employees that I've encountered here, they're so excited to tell me about certain things that they are passionate about here at Riverfront. And I would love to give them a space to talk about it. So I think doing a podcast would be really cool, or like a TikTok where you can get information and stuff out, but then also doing like a females finance group.
That sounds amazing.
I like it.
That's awesome.
I like it.
That is awesome. Yeah, we have a lot of things coming up. I think you've been writing on the whiteboard all the events that we have coming up.
There's use getting out of that whiteboard.
We need another one soon.
I know. We honestly didn't even realize how many things we were doing until you actually put it on there. There's probably like 30-something things that are up there. On that whiteboard with all that stuff up there, what interests you most that's going on, that's coming up?
Oh my gosh. So there's a couple things. The Piggy Derby, I'm obviously super excited about because it's in West Reading.
Piggy Derby.
In the community.
Okay, I know what the Piggy Derby is, but explain to our guest, as a new person, what the Piggy Derby is.
So the Piggy Derby is an event that is benefits a nonprofit organization, and you come and you can purchase a pig to put into this pot, and they put them into the river, into the creek, and they float down, and there's the blue pigs are the nonprofits. So that's 3 nonprofits, and they basically kind of race to the end. All of the nonprofits get an amount, but the one that wins gets a little bit of extra on the top of the pot. So
this was like a new girl pop quiz.
Yeah, I'm
it's like,
listening.
hey Sam, this is a pop quiz. What is the Piggy Derby?
Right.
You can't see the scowl on Vivian Joel right now, but I was paying attention.
Yeah, it's pretty much like the rubber ducky races, right?
Yeah, pretty
they
much.
throw the rubber duckies in the creek and they
Yeah.
go down. But in our case, we have rubber pigs. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But what you were explaining is exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there any other events that's coming along?
Honestly, there's a few. We have Cars and Coffee, which
Yep.
is a really cool one coming up.
And if you've been listening to this podcast at any point, you would know that we always talk about the Cars and Coffee event, which is awesome.
We're going to talk about it in a minute. I want Samantha to finish her dissertation here.
Go ahead, Sam.
And then we're gonna maybe get Tony to talk about the Cars and Coffee for a little bit.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Sam.
No, it's okay. I mean, the Cars and Coffee, and then we have a bingo event coming up also. I think it's the weekend after Cars and Coffee or the weekend before. I'm not totally sure.
I'm not sure.
I'll have to double check.
Yeah, we'll have to double check.
There is so much coming up that it is exciting to just be involved and see everything that's happening. Little overwhelming at first, but very, very exciting because it just shows how much you guys are doing in the community and how much there is to get involved into. So I'm really excited. I just want to make sure I'm staying on top of everything.
Yeah, we got it all here. Rubber ducky, bingo, cars and coffee. Oh, man.
We have scholarships are coming up.
Trunk or treat.
She had me at whiteboard because I'm old school. I'm an old whiteboard guy. I don't know if I even told you this, Samantha, but back in my old office, I had a huge one, and we always had all kind of planning stuff because we were in the building phase back then, and there was always some type of graphic on it, and people were like, "What is that?" Well, one, I drew it, so it's not art.
Picasso.
However, when I saw the whiteboard down here in the marketing room, you can't see the air quotes, the playroom, as I affectionately call it. I saw the whiteboard, and the first thing I thought of was an old movie. I think it was Jaws or something, and I said, we're going to need a bigger boat.
We actually might need a bigger whiteboard after seeing all the stuff that Sam's been putting out. And she writes really small, so it's like, wow, there's a lot going up on there.
Yep. Yeah,
we may just get some of the whiteboard paint.
Yeah, right.
And just do the whole wall.
Yeah, might as well.
That would be cool. So, Tim called Tony out a second ago about wanting to talk about Cars and Coffee.
Cars and Coffee since what, 2021, I think?
Yeah, 2021.
We were fully, vested with, Tim, what was the first, what do we have? 7 cars and 3 of them were ours?
7?
Yeah,
something like that.
I don't know if my car counted, but yes.
No, you were there. It counted.
We counted everything.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was just a grassroots, let's get together on a Sunday. The branch is closed on Sunday, but we have a beautiful parking lot. And, so we just you know, with Tim's blessing, it's like, hey, let's see what happens and stuff. And I say this to everybody. Joel doesn't even like cars,
Right.
so
I like driving my car. I like looking at
Right.
cars, and that's the extent.
But I keep
Right.
telling people it's not about the cars. You literally, it feels like a street fair. It feels like a, you know, just a get together.
Oh yeah, it's a carnival without the rides.
Right.
It really
And
is.
it's not, if you're used to, you know, the loud, or, you know, like if you're not a car person, do yourself a favor. It does not feel like anything you've experienced before with that. You have 16-year-olds coming in with their project cars or their nicer cars, and you have 80-year-olds coming in, you know, with their rides. And it's just something that's like, it bridges not only an age gap, it bridges like a car love gap, where you have tuners with the, you know, 50s cars with, you know, we had experimental cars here. We had Kit from a Knight Rider here, you know, like
That was cool.
it's literally something for everybody. It's, you know, pet friendly. We've had, what do we have? A rat, a parrot, and countless dogs here. Like honestly,
I think
I'm
it
not
was
lying.
a skunk.
Or a skunk. That's
it was
right.
a skunk.
Right.
But like
It was an albino skunk too. That was odd.
Yeah.
That was odd.
So it's, you know, it's
Sheesh.
so this year we're hosting four events, May 25th, July 6th, August 10th, and October 5th. A couple of those events fall over holiday weekends, and before you say, oh, well, you know, that's probably not a good idea, those are the biggest turnouts we ever have.
Yeah.
Literally,
Memorial Day weekend is crazy.
yeah. And like, not to alert the fire marshal, but literally we are jam packed. You know, we're at capacity, and it's awesome. So you know,
Yeah, I can't
I
wait.
don't know.
I'm looking
Oh,
forward to the
well,
fun.
And on top of that, we've raised a bunch of money over the last couple years for our quarterly nonprofits that Riverfront officially hosts, as well as just our community nonprofits. We give them, you know, we give them an area where they can come and they can present themselves. And, you know, we've had a lot of very nice, very good interactions and introductions that people would not have had if they didn't have an event like this. And,
Yeah.
you know, that's just Cars and Coffee. I can say the same thing about, you know, about the, you know, our other events, which, you know, we're you know, it's all about connection with our people.
Yes, yes. I am super excited for this year. And that brings us to our closing soon. So
one more thing. One more point.
Go ahead.
I thought Tony was going there. He didn't, so I will. He started off with our first one in 2021, having 7 cars.
Yeah.
We now have exceeded 130.
yeah, there was at least 150 cars or plus,
150?
and at least 300 or so people were in our
Yes.
parking lot. It
Yes.
was amazing.
Yeah.
I drove up because, you know, I didn't get here early.
Yeah, there we
so-
go.
Because-
You're cutting this out, right?
Because I have
There we
a
go.
reserved parking space, so I can get to it pretty much. I got a reserved parking space, right, guys?
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I do.
We definitely know now.
We
It's
know
it's
now.
It's
Yeah.
definitely
We know now.
a reserved spot.
So I literally roll up and I see this sea of cars and people, and I'm like, surely something happened, and it was just a lot of people got here by accident. That was, I think that we had 150 cars at least.
Oh
at
yeah,
that time.
yeah. That was amazing.
And I'm like, oh my goodness, this thing has grown into a beautiful monster.
yes.
And everyone was having a wonderful time. I walk around and talk. If you know me, you know, I like to talk. And I'm walking around talking to everybody, and they were just elated at the fact that we were doing something like that. And it didn't cost them nothing. Well, unless they were in the Best in Show
Yeah.
competition. And then that's what, $25?
No, it's,
at the time it was 10. I think we might be doing 20
it
because
should
we're
be doing 25. I'm
right.
just saying.
right.
You know, that's what I do. But anyway, for a few dollars,
Yes.
they were able to enter into that contest, and really some really good, nice cars have won that. We've been doing it 3-4 times now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we would. There's probably like 8 or 9 trophies floating because we've
Okay.
done it for 2
Yeah.
years now.
Yeah.
We've had 4 a year. So
Yeah.
Hey, I predict that one day that it will be coveted.
Yeah.
When
that'd be
someone
awesome.
says, "Hey, I won Best in Show at Riverfront's Cars and Coffee," and that will be in their hall of pride,
Yeah.
and I believe that it'll be coveted.
Yes. Burke's
that's
Cars
all-
and Coffee.
That's all I got to say.
Awesome.
Well,
awesome.
Just one quick thing. I had to move a $120,000 GTR for this red Cadillac that rolled in.
I know it, right? Hey, if you don't park in my spot, you don't have to move. I'm just saying.
That's funny. Yeah, it was funny because I think it was at the same event. There was a guy driving around in a Lamborghini, and I was like, "Yo, go park behind the Lotus." He's like, "Where's the Lotus?" And those words I thought would never come out of my
right.
mouth, like park
Right.
behind the Lamborghini. And I was like,
Right.
"Oh man, these cars are they're not playing when they come here." So if you want to see some really cool cars, definitely show up to Burke's Cars and Coffee here at Riverfront. So, Tony, any final words you want to say?
Just Sam, welcome aboard. We're so happy you're here.
Awesome. Sam, these are your first final words for episode number, what are we, episode number 10.
I'm grateful to be here, and I'm excited to be with Riverfront overall, and excited to see where we go.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Tim, drop us some words of wisdom.
All right. Well, first, Samantha, welcome aboard. We are definitely happy to have you here, and already seeing some really great things, and definitely looking forward to some of the great things we're going to do. And all of that and all the things that we do here, we've talked a lot about our community outreach. That's our foundational effort. That's one of our primary drivers, just behind serving our members and helping to get them in a better financial position is our outreach into the community, into Berks County, and helping those organizations that are helping to grow and make Berks County better. And we find that very rewarding, and we definitely enjoy doing it. So anyone, anytime that has an idea or a thought, come ask. You're going to see Samantha. She'll be out and about. She's going to be on social media. If you feel like reaching out there, more than welcome to do so. If you see me out and about or in the lobby, which I'm often in talking, feel free to tap me on the shoulder. That's part of my job, is to be tapped on the shoulder. I will always respond. So with that, welcome back to the podcast, and I look forward to episode 11.
Episode 11. Awesome. And remember, everyone, if you want to make your life easier, keep following the current.